The SGC Foundation is grounded on the principles that you don't need a title to be a leader and you can't have too much fun helping children. As such, the foundation provides fun and recreationally related activities that benefit children. The foundation's focus is to bring individuals and organizations together into a partnership where all are treated as equals, with the end result of making today and tomorrow a better place for children of all ages. Most importantly, it's all for the kids. And remember, if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. To donate to the SGC Foundation, please go to www.sgc-foundation.org. Thank you for your support.
Welcome to It's All for the Kids. We got Tony Cooper from stormy Florida today. How you doing, Tony?
Good, Stevie. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, you got the storms down there. I mean, I know it's hurricane season, but it's kind of early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming on. Just regular storms, but it's something coming in from the Gulf side. But it's we got a little bit of sun. We got a little bit of break for about an hour or so. It looks like.
Well, that's good.
Storms tonight.
So, hey, so what have you been up to? I know that you've been swamped. I've been swamped. We haven't been able to play much golf together like we planned on. So what's been going on?
It's been work. I mean, you know what's going on, trying to stay on top of projects, things like that. And chased around the country. I've done, I did in March, April, and May, did 11 geo training classes in Texas, Oklahoma, and Florida.
Dadgum. So I guess you have been busy besides shipping equipment for installations across the country, right?
That's right.
Did you finally get that project in Hawaii done?
We did finish up one of the bases there. They maybe are going to add a second phase to that. So there's always something going on.
Well, that's good, right? You'd rather have that than not have business, right?
Right. Absolutely. All good stuff.
I mean, a lot of people don't know, but geothermal is keeping the greens at Augusta cool enough so those guys have to put on a stump meter 13 on those greens.
Right. Or maybe like 16 and a half, like we're going to see at Pinehurst this week, I think. So.
Oh, I know, man. I don't know. I can't wait to see how that place is laid out because, it used to be one way. Then a couple of years ago, they went and put all the natural grass back and cut in the fairways. I mean, I can't wait to see how tough it is starting, in a couple of days.
Well, you saw what they did in Ohio in Jack's place. I mean, they added some tee boxes. They moved a couple around, but mostly he just recontoured everything that if you miss a green or you hit the wrong spot on the green, the ball's gone. So,
I know
those days of 25 under on that tournament are gone.
Exactly. I was kind of chuckling when Sheffield walked up to Jack and said he made it tough. I was like, man, I remember a lot of people coming up to me going, dang, Stevie, why'd you put the pin where you did? And,
right.
Because Jack had some pins, man, that if you missed it, it took a big bounce off the green, and then they had to figure out some way to get back on the green.
Yep. Yeah. And there was no mercy on that second cut around the green either. If you were in that, you were just going to be lucky if you could play the ball at all.
Oh, I mean, I saw them flip it. I mean, if they were in that cut, what was it? At least maybe 10 feet coming back for par?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I mean, even the heartless announcers were saying, hit it to 15 feet, and they were saying that was a fantastic shot.
Yeah.
So yeah. even they were admitting it was that tough.
Well, I know some of those guys that used to play on the tour, man, doing the announcing, were so glad they weren't playing in that tournament.
Right. Yeah, that stuff's tough on your hands and your wrist and your shoulders trying to swing through that for sure.
Hey, I don't even want to go there, baby, because when you start getting old, you start needing that lube in that shoulder.
That's right.
So, hey, so I know that you're busy and everything and swamped, but we've been doing the foundation for like 20 years now. It's like our 20th year anniversary, buddy. You need to come at least to one of these this year.
Yeah, definitely got to work one out in the schedule for sure.
I mean, you and I were there at the very beginning, way back in 2002, and then the foundation starting in 2004.
Yeah, a lot of history there for sure.
It's been a lot of fun, roller coasting, doing different things. From having kids come out and play to having apparel that we raise money for the kids, and now we got this custom cigars, and now at the big craze for old people is to play pickleball, buddy. So have you started playing pickleball yet?
No, no, not yet. Not yet.
Well, I want you to know I did in Phoenix a couple weeks ago. It was the first time back in May. I actually broke down and hit a few pickleballs. Okay.
Well, you're mentioning the cigars. I had one of the bourbon infused cigars with my youngest son a couple of nights ago. So out by on the lanai, out by the pool.
Well, that's cool because we now came out with the Screwball peanut butter flavored whiskey in the cigars because everybody loves the Screwball peanut butter flavor in the the pudding
Yeah.
cups. So that we
Right.
now have the cigars to go with the pudding cups.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. I'm more traditional guy on the cigars. I like those good cigars. I love those Cubans.
Well, I got a shipment in. I got like about 40 of them at my house right now, buddy, for you. So when you need a couple, let me know and I'll ship you some of the
we'll do.
down there.
We'll do. Yeah, because I'm headed up your way here in a few weeks.
Well, maybe we'll just have to light up one together, huh?
Yeah. So we got to work that schedule out. I think I gave you the my week schedule here a few weeks ago. So you said you're going to be in town, so we'll definitely get together.
Well, we'll definitely do that. And then the next tournament we've got going with the NFL alumni guys and live music and everything is going to be in Nashville on September 26th with a sports and business workshop the day before, maybe a little pickleball that afternoon, and then live music. Mike Folds and Troy, the foundation, looking to find a place to play down in Nashville, and they've got connections with Blake Shelton's Old Red in Margaritaville, so they might be down on Broadway playing that Wednesday night.
Yeah, those are some local boys. They're not too far. They're about 25, 30 minutes away from me, so they're kind of local here.
Yeah, I finally got with Mona that has a studio, soundstage and everything in Tampa, so they can finally go over there and record the lyrics to the theme song of the foundation. They started years ago, so we're finally going to get it recorded and copyrighted.
You gonna throw it out on Spotify and Play Music and Apple Music and all that
good stuff. See, that's why Stevie's got. See, Tony, that's why I got more peeps connected to the foundation, like Mona doing the reels and Instagram. Because when you get old, you forget how to do that or even try to learn it. So you got to find people that know how to do all that stuff for you. So that's the next stage of the foundation, starting on the next 20.
Yeah. Well, I understand. I can appreciate that.
But Nashville's going to be a good time. We're playing on a golf course that Bo, the head pro and everything, is allowing us to do all the crazy. And it's about 25 miles south of downtown Nashville on 65 going towards Huntsville. So everybody from Huntsville can come up and play in it on that Thursday morning.
Okay.
And so we got a bunch of folks. And then Gary Womack, with Peyton.
Yep.
He works for CBS. He knows the anchorman from CBS in Nashville. So they're going to promote it. The anchorman's going to come out and play a little golf. And he's been known to play with a bunch of the country Western, musicians there in Nashville. So we don't know who's going to come out and play that Thursday morning. So it ought to be a really good time with NFL guys, probably some country guys, the music people, and who knows who will show up, right? We never know.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
You know what? Hey, Tony, look, if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it, right?
Right.
I mean, that's why I don't even grow this anymore, because mine's grayer than yours, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even have any black in it. So hey, that's why I always got to make sure it's kind of like disappeared a little bit when we do this show. Otherwise, people will think I'm really old.
Yeah, that stripe is not that's not man-made. That's natural. That's that little stripe in there for whatever reason that I have, that little pitch section there. That's just the way it is. Nothing I can do to make that happen. It did it all on its own.
And not there, but I know that you know how to strum one of those guitars. So you should make it to Nashville and come play with everybody.
Yeah, I'll certainly try. Yeah.
I mean, it's only a hop, skip, and jump from Orlando Airport directly into Nashville.
Yeah, it is. It's close.
And we got the hotel out there by the airport, because we're not paying that $250 to $300 a night to stay downtown Nashville.
Downtown, yeah.
I mean, we can get a bunch of lift rides for that added $100 and some.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was there a couple of years ago for a conference, and it was a bit expensive to
It's
put you
that.
in walking distance to downtown and to Broadway to the convention center and everything. It's they take advantage of you for sure.
Well, they do that, and none of that. But if you get Lyft, they drop you off at the front door. They pick you up by the front door and take you home. You don't have to worry
Right.
about driving or any of those red light, blue lights behind you.
Right.
You know, that hurts the pocketbook too.
That's right. That's right.
But so what sticks are you playing these days? You still playing the Callaways or?
You know me. I bounce around. I've got
Well,
a
you
set of
make your own club. That's why I was wondering which brand you were using.
I haven't in years. I just set up another club repair and build station in the garage, so I do have another one where I can actually do that now. But I'm playing a set of Callaway irons, and I do have a little bit older Callaway driver, and I've got a couple of my fairway woods are Titleist, so I'm still playing those. Still got the Titleist wedges I've been playing for 20 years, so those are still in the bag.
I'm just going to have to send you 3 Cleveland wedges with the foundation logo on and get you out of them Titleists and switched over to Cleveland. I mean, come on. You're part of the foundation, the beginnings of the folks. And when we first started, one of the, original members, I mean, you need to be hitting those wedges that have the logo on them.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get me out of those Titleists. I've been playing those a long time.
Well, I understand. That's why I switched from Titleist to Cleveland, because every time I try to go back to the Titleist, Stevie can't hit them like you can hit the Clevelands. But I know it's all in my head, so you can tell me that I'm old and it's in my head, okay? But no, man. So yeah, still playing the Titleist. Matter of fact, you're not gonna believe this. I think my Titleist clubs that I'm playing are at least maybe 4 years old.
Oh wow!
I mean, that's unusual for me because I used to get a new set every year just to try them out.
Right.
How things change when you get old. It's like, well, I'll just keep with these.
Well, my youngest son's in town. We played golf yesterday. We did some damage to a local course, and he brought a set. One of them regripped. His extra set of clubs is a set of my Hogans, which you've hit a few times.
Yeah.
My Hogan blades. He had those. They're 20, 22, 23 years old, and he keeps those as kind of like an extra set when he's golfing with someone who doesn't have a set of clubs. And regrip those, and they still feel good. They still hit the ball really well.
Hey, so just so you know, and get you up to date, good friend of ours, Mr. Jim Plurd, has moved to Florida.
Oh, he has.
He's moved out of Nashville. He's now living at Palm Coast.
Okay.
So I mean, that's just up the road from you. I mean, it's a good piece, but there's 2 really good golf courses up there.
Yeah.
They're right there on the ocean.
Yeah, we're in a good area for sure for golf courses. There's within 20 minutes of me, there's 9 courses within 20 minutes of me. And then once you get out to like 35, 40 minutes, start taking in Orlando and Kissimmee and obviously you get down to Metro West and all those areas. I mean, it just really, obviously the number of courses explode. So there are a lot of courses here for sure.
Well, you know that we come down in the 3rd week of January to kick off the foundation every year with the PGA show, and this coming year is going to be no different. Mike and Troy are setting up music somewhere down there. I forget what it's. I think it's called The Point, down International Drive where the Ferris wheel is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Set up. I think the group that used to own Lafayette's closed down that Lafayette, but opened up a new one. And then, of course, we're connected now with Valere, pickleball, paddles, and balls, and probably going to set up a temporary pickleball court outside the restaurant bar and hit some pickleballs and live music during the foundation's party and golf tournament down there with the PGA show that 3rd week of January.
Well, that would be good. You just have to watch those folks that take it too seriously, and get somebody injured.
Oh yeah,
trying to enjoy an adult beverage and watch somebody get a bad injury playing pickleball. You have to be careful about that.
Hey, that's why you play doubles, so you don't have to do all that running from side to side, okay? Trust me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hey, so I know your calendar is full and busy all the time, so you need to put down February 3rd through the 8th of February 2025.
Okay.
We're going to New Orleans.
Okay.
It's the week of the Super Bowl, and we already got the golf course that Tracy used, down there on the West Bank.
Yeah, the
We got
firefighter. Yeah.
We've got that golf course locked in to do the golf tournament on Tuesday, the 4th, with the business and sports workshop the following day out there at the golf course. So we already got it. I talked Tracy and told her she didn't have to do anything other than send emails out and help us with the list of all her players. Okay.
Right.
And then the foundation is going to give money to Children's Hospital down there, plus the foundation that the chef helps with kids that are needy with food in the orphanage down there, I believe. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and he's connected with all the different restaurants. So we're going to try to copy Tracy's golf tournament with all the food on all the different holes and the adult beverages on the holes.
Right.
Down there during the Super Bowl.
Winning combination. It's a winning combination.
Exactly. And we got a lot of the NFL guys coming down from Kansas City, some coming over from Jacksonville. We got some of them coming from Texas that played for the Dallas Cowboys. So
I can't believe you even let them in town when you're in town.
Hey, look. I let anybody come and help the kids, okay? I mean, if they're willing to help the kids, I'll let them Cowboys come. And besides, Tony, they're bigger than me.
That's true. That's
they're
very
bigger
true.
than me, okay? They stand at least 4 inches taller than me. I mean, they can put a big old lump on my head. But no, I mean, like I said, you've been around since we started this. I remember when 2002, when we did the one out there in Palm Springs, then we went to Florida, then we went up and did that big one in Rochester on 2004 when we started kicking off the foundation. And look, here we are 20 years later and still going.
20 years and going.
We ought to use the music from Tin Cup, still going. But no, I hope you can make it to Nashville. And if not, put down October 24th. We're going to be in Panama City Beach for the annual Toes in the Water, Ass in the Sand Beach Party golf tournament there in Panama City.
Yep, that's always good. It's always a good time there.
Well, we got Mike and Troy to play music on the beach.
Yep.
So we're going to have the bonfire live music the night before the golf tournament the following day. So I know your dance card's full with work. I'll just fill it in with the foundation social work so you can get back out there and play a little golf.
Yep. I love to get in some when I can. I don't play nearly as much as we used to do back in the day, but usually when my boys are in town, they want to play, so I get to play with them. And that's most of it. I don't get to travel and play golf like we used to. And back 20 years ago.
Hey, so I just want you to know, speaking of 20 years ago, back when you and I used to go check the different golf courses out, right? And we go check this golf course, that golf course out. And we'd always say, hey, man, I think we can get another 4, 5, 9 holes in. Let's go play tomorrow. And then we'll just run to the airport and we'll run through the airport with our sticks, drop them off at the front door and then run to the plane. I want you to know I did that in Phoenix, okay? I did it in memory of you, baby. We got in about 9 holes. We could have squeezed in maybe another 3, but Stevie said, I don't think so. So we got to the airport with plenty of time to get on the plane. It wasn't one of those last minutes like, hold the door, we're coming.
Well, we had a lot of those back in the day, but airport security was a bit different 20 years ago. So, flexibility.
And we, what was it? We looked at about 70 golf courses that year in 2009 when we were in Phoenix. We played every one that we could find.
Right.
That one, and then when we went up there in Providence and of course New Orleans, I ended up having to go to a meeting. Speaking of not having your priorities straight, that's when you went out to Carter's Plantation and found the actual golf course that we used.
Right. Yep. I remember that.
Oh, man. Just think, we could really write a book over the past 20 years of stuff we did,
Yeah. It would sell too. Some of the stories in there, it would definitely sell.
Not only that, but I think some people would pay us not to put some of the stories in.
That's true as well. Yeah, there could be some cash under the table.
It might be that big old boy that works for, like that big old boy that works for the FBI may not want one of those stories.
You could always change the names to protect the not so innocent.
Yeah, that's true. That's what we'd have to do. So Hey, Tony, it's good talking to you, man. I miss
too,
you a
buddy.
bunch. Let's figure out. I know you're coming up here. I think in what, a couple, like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, the about 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks.
Yeah. You're going to be here. What, the 1st through the 4th of July, or is it the week after?
It is the yeah. I'll be there 1st through the 5th.
Okay, perfect. Because that'll work perfect. We'll go find a place to bring the sticks, or your son lives up here. Just borrow the sticks that's at his house. But hey, do me a favor though. Remember to bring your shoes.
I will.
Speaking
that only happened one time. That only happened one time.
Speaking of stories, when the airlines lost your shoes and you had to wear my shoes that were way too big.
Well, I lost my clubs with my shoes in the club bag.
Yeah.
I didn't get those back till after I got home 4 or 5 days later. So that was scary.
Yeah, because what I'll do is I'll reach out to John Dunlap, see if John can come play, and maybe the guys from National Archives, and we'll all get together.
Sounds good.
Okay, man. Hey, stay out of the storms. Go hit a few balls, and I see about getting you those Cleveland wedges.
Right.
I just want to know though, because I don't know whether or not you want the red grips of the foundation color, or if you need the blue color for those Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I haven't been a Cowboys fan for a number of years, so that's if you find something that's I tend to follow the guys, the Pirates or the eye patch. So the Raiders and the Bucks are kind of my team. So I kind of go to those. So,
well,
black and silver is my color.
Hey, well, yeah, and not only that, but we can get the black grips. So that's easy. So, hey, speaking of Tampa Bay Buccaneers, real quick, and people that we used to hang with and everything. Here's a name from the past: Phil Barton, that was part of Schneider Electric, still there to power and overseeing the federal group there back in 2008 and everything. This is really going to age you and I, okay? His son was the #1 draft choice of Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, wow. I didn't make that connection. I didn't even make that connection.
I didn't either. Jim Plurd told me that his son was drafted, like 6'4", close to 300 pounds, offensive lineman, and it's fast. Yeah. So, but that was Tampa Bay's first draft pick, was Phil Barton's son. So I really feel old now. Because we knew him when he was a little kid, maybe 8 years old, 10 years old, playing Nintendo or whatever those games were. So, but yeah, being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, now you can go watch, one of the kids that we knew when he was a little kid.
Yep, that's right.
So, hey, hang in there. Let me know. We'll touch base. I'll get with John Dunlap, figure out your schedule for that week, and then we'll just pick a day to go play.
We'll be in touch.
All right, buddy.
See you, Stevie.
You got it. Bye, Tony.
Do you like a good cigar? Not me. I like a great cigar. And if you enjoy a great cigar, like these guys, then you want SGC cigars. Not only do you get a great smoke, but a portion of the proceeds from each cigar goes to help the children. And let's face it, it's all for the kids. And if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. Enjoy.